Okay, it's Wednesday the 1st of November. I'm just going to quickly look at some of these markets, see if we've got any potential. We're looking for day trades as always with regards to this. So looking at the euro dollar, we have had a bit of a push higher on this. But looking at the dailies, we've still got this negative momentum and this negative move here. We've got our CMO curving over here. Now it could bounce. We did break through this trend line, which you can see. It could bounce back up, and that would kind of tie in with this coming back up to the plus 100, so we need to be wary of that. If we just go out to the weekly, again it's this move, you know, it looks like it is pulling back, and we were talking about this area down here as it potentially retracing down to. So on the 4-hour chart, we talked about the 21 period moving average. It didn't really react to that, to be honest. It kind of broke through it and has held up. However, this CMO indicator has got to the plus 100. So, you know, the trend is down. We did make the new low here. So potentially this has got the potential to roll over here. So short wise, my conditions for getting in short, I do need to see this CMO indicator get to the, if I was looking for a short, get to the plus 100. So potentially if that does do that this morning in this move, then I might still be interested in taking another short on this, or taking a short on it. So I'll keep my eye open on that. So looking at the pound then, I think it's probably going to be a similar sort of story. So quite a good move up the pound. On the weekly, we're actually at this upper price envelope here, which you can see. So if we just look at the daily on the pound, okay, it's broken up. It's broken outside of its price envelope here. It's pushing up, moving averages curling up underneath it. As far as the short goes, I wouldn't be interested in that. You know, it does look like it wants to push higher. We have got the interest rate decision for the US later today, and tomorrow we've got UK interest rate decision. So, you know, there's a lot of news there that could potentially get this moving. So for me, I would leave that. I'm leaving that one alone as far as day trading is concerned, because as it stands at the moment, the only thing that would be setting up for me with a high risk to reward, reward to risk, would be a short position. But as I say, I'm not interested on that. On the pound, dollar yen. So let's just look at the monthly on dollar yen. We talked about this trend line breaking up and pushing through. Weekly again, still looks strong, potentially to push higher, and you know, it hasn't tested this trend line yet. So potentially that could happen this week. Going up to the daily charts. See, the daily charts kind of conflict slightly because it looks like it wants to roll back over, and you know, often, as I said to you before, these oscillators, they do oscillate from one to the other, you know. So potentially, even if it's just a few bars, that this rolls over here and comes under there. So it could roll back over. It'd be interesting if it could get down. We've got like 3 key moving averages down here, all grouped together. But they would kind of scoop up here over the next few days. It could come down. We've also got previous lows here, which would offer it support. So it could get down to there. Might be an interesting level, and then push back up. So we just don't know at the moment. Is it at a place now where you could short it? So looking at the 4 hours, it's hard to say. did take out these lows here, but then it's pushed back up. Let's just look at the 5 minutes, see where we're at now anyway. I'll keep my eye on it. If we do get a signal where, you know, we're in the plus 100, so the overbought realm, then I'd look at it for a potential short. If I'm managing it quickly and sort of moving, trailing the stop loss and stuff, it's not going to be a problem. So I would keep an eye out on that today. We talked about the Dow Jones yesterday, and we were looking yesterday to try and get a short in. What we wanted was, just after the US Open, we wanted the price to come up to this upper band here so we could get a short in. It didn't do it, it went sort of halfway. It's up there now, but I think it's the wrong timing, to be honest. It's the wrong time of day. Let's just have a look. See, the 4-hour chart just looks like it's ready to go even higher. As always with these indices, so many people are shorting them. I've had shorts and got stopped out. Loads of people have. I mean, they are at exceptionally high levels, but these stop losses and stuff are kind of fueling them to keep going higher, because they're just taking people out every time. So there'll be loads of stops, stop orders above here. Potentially, it probably want to push even higher to take those out once more. And then there could be a bit of a reaction tonight, maybe, with regards to the interest rate decision, could potentially have an effect. So as it stands at the moment, we need to see this come back up here before it's going to look to roll over, I would say. Although on the hourly chart, we have this trend line across here, which it's just broke through. That's what we were looking at yesterday, to see if there's a potential short on there. So I can delete that. That's been broken now. We're getting in the realms here of the overbought on the 1 hour chart, but as I say, because on the 4 hour chart it's still got room to go, it could stay up here for some time. Could definitely stay up here for some time. So keep my eye on that one. As I say, at the moment, there's nothing here for me to go short on. Gold. So same sort of picture. We talked about potentially it coming back down, taking out these lows here. We've got moving average scooping up here, which, you know, in several months' time might be a position for it to hit. But long-term view on gold would be for, you know, for more upside, but, you know, it could take weeks and months to play out on this. So on the weekly chart, yeah, still potentially more downside there, but we have got all these key moving averages scooping up underneath. I mean, they have been tested before around here, some of them, but they're all grouped together again. So a little test down to those, a little blip down to those, and then a push up would be interesting. I think if we remember right on the daily chart, yeah, this will be interesting for a day trade. If we could test, it's not been tested for a while. If we could test this 200 period moving average, bearing in mind that the oscillating indicator, so the awesome oscillator, is kind of getting ready to turn back up and turn positive. So is price. It hasn't made a new low based on this candle here, so there'll be, you know, stops below here. So potentially a test down through this moving average, as well as a breakthrough of this low, might be a good place to then put a long position on for a day trade. So we'll keep our eye on that and see what happens. Again, the problem is all this action might not happen till tonight with the Fed rate decision. But as far as the 5 minute charts goes, I mean, I've not got anything in here to get my teeth into yet, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. So I'll keep you posted as always, and throughout the day, and see if we can get any day trades off today.